Stamford Bridge as the top two in the Premier League go head-to-head. Arsenal and Chelsea in Super Sunday's game. Massive one this. Right, Jay, Paul Merson said that if Arsenal win, they will run away with the title, not just win it. Do you agree?
I don't know about run away with the title, and I'm not interested in running away. I don't care about running away. You can win the league by 1 point. Winning is winning. Now, I was thinking about this yesterday, and I feel like the way Arsenal are playing, they're really solid. It's difficult to break them down. They're very good at set pieces. Everyone's talking about set pieces. Like, you know, if you can use that in your Arsenal and win games by using it, why is everyone complaining about it? Why am I hearing now like it's a negative to use something that has been in the game for years and years and years? Is it because it's Arsenal? But ultimately, I think Arsenal are in the best position they've ever been in. One, because they are playing so well. Two, because I see leaders in that camp. And three, because obviously Liverpool have dropped off. Man City looks like, you know, I think Arsenal at home probably won't lose a game between now and the end of the season, where I can see Man City losing. I can see Liverpool losing. Chelsea could lose home games. And I think even away, when was the last time you've seen Arsenal concede more than 2 goals? I can't remember. So from that point of view, I would say, yes, we are going to win the league. But I was on a golf course yesterday and I started thinking about...
Shock.
Can we win the double now? Can we win the double?
Which double?
People even started
Champions
messaging
League
me saying, can we win all 4? I'm not interested in the 4. I'm not interested in domestic no more. We've won the domestic, you know, in my lifetime. That's fine. I need to see the Premier League and I'd love to see the Champions League. And I think it's possible now.
You're still in the League Cup?
We're not interested in domestic.
Are you still on it? No, when you said all 4?
We're not interested in domestics.
No, I just couldn't work out whether you were still in the League Cup.
We're interested in the big 2. I don't even pay attention to that because the domestics now. There's no disrespect to the League Cup and the FA Cup. I don't want to be disrespectful, but ultimately teams like Arsenal now need to be focusing on the top 2 trophies, which is the Premier League and the Champions League. The League Cup and the FA Cup is for players that need minutes, for young players that want to come in and get experience. And the players are good enough to win games. I'm not saying they're not. They'll go and win games and they'll get far in the competition. But I just think now, as a club, Arsenal need to focus on the majors.
You are still in the League Cup, by the way, at home to Crystal Palace. I just had that as already won by Newcastle. I didn't realise that you and Man City were still in it, just off the top of my head, right? Okay, so you actually could win the quadruple, actually, right? As for Chelsea, we reported earlier this week that they've got no expectations of winning the Premier League, although they think the Champions League is more attainable. Are you surprised that Chelsea, with the quality they've got and, yes, the money that they've spent, that they don't have any expectations to win the league?
Yeah, I'm surprised that they would come out and say that. Even if you think that, don't say it. You don't need to say it. You know, where are Chelsea sitting right now? It's, you know, second in the league.
Second, yeah. If they beat you, there's 3 points behind.
That's a big if. But if... I don't think you can say that because the players will be looking at it and saying, hold on a minute, we're second in the league, we've got a fantastic squad, we've got young players, our best player on form is injured at the moment and he's been injured for a while. I just don't think it's something that they should have said because ultimately Chelsea are title contenders. If you're second now and you're playing well, and they've got a big squad, Maresca's rotating his squad as well, he's giving players minutes. I think it's crazy for the hierarchy or whoever said that to say that they're not challenging for the Premier League.
Massive game on Super Sunday. Chelsea v Arsenal, second v first. In pubs, workplaces, living rooms, WhatsApp groups around the world, football fans will be arguing about who would make their combined 11 from both sides. So we're going to do the same with Jay Bothroyd, John from Blue Lions TV and Christian Ty as well. Good morning to you all. Right, the rules are simple. If everyone is fit for both clubs, what would be the best starting lineup? And we've gone for a 4-2-3-1 formation, or 4-3-3, however you want to see it. Right, first of all, we'll start with the home team. So, John, goalkeeper, who would be in goal, Sanchez or Raya?
It's a hard one. You know, I need to give a lot of credit to Robert Sanchez for really stepping up in 2025. I know everyone's laughing, but
Jay is laughing.
no one's
Jay
giving
is
him enough
laughing at
credit
you.
for the improvements. I know I'm getting ganged up on today. I was ready for this.
So I'm neutral. I'm neutral. I'll help you out, John. I'll help you out.
Okay.
Might not be able to help you on this particular position because Raya is so good, I must add.
But I need you to be
I will help
objective.
you out
You're
throughout.
not being objective
And
right
I
now.
was
Just be
gonna
honest.
get to
It's
that.
Raya. There's no questions asked.
No, for sure. I was going to begrudgingly get to that. Obviously, Raya would be my number one. But I need to also give a shout out to Robert Sanchez for really stepping up like crazy this year, to the point where the fan base just has confidence with him between the sticks right now. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about the guys. Maybe next season it might be a bit closer, but at the moment, Raya, then go for me.
Right, OK, so you have gone for Raya. Chrissy, I'm not going to ask you because I know the answer to that one anyway. We'll go to fullbacks then. We'll start with you on fullbacks. And the right back, I think, is a more difficult one. All right, are you having your man Timber or are you having Reece James?
This is tough. I can't lie. Even as an Arsenal fan, I love Timber. For me, Timber is my favourite Arsenal player. I think he's our most consistent player. I think he's the definition of world class. But then Reece James is also the definition of world class. And there's an argument that Reece James has been doing it in the Premier League for longer. So look, as an Arsenal fan, I can understand my argument. I can understand a Chelsea fan's argument for Reece James. For this season, I would go for Jurriën Timber. I just think what he's been doing consistently at right back, week in, week out. You know, Reece James has played in the middle a lot. He's played in midfield a lot for Chelsea this season. He hasn't just been at right back. I feel like consistently this season, it is Jurriën Timber. Also, just thinking a little bit ahead, the left-back spot, I think a lot of Chelsea fans will argue for them as well. Arsenal have the best defence in the league. There's no way 2 out of 4 Chelsea defenders can get in this team. So either the right-back has to give or the left-back has to give.
Well,
so
which one are you giving? Which one are you giving? So you're putting Timber right and Cucurella left?
I probably would go for that. I rate Cucurella. I think there's a strong argument for Calafiori at left-back as well, but Cucurella is a very good player. So I would go Timber and I'd go Cucurella left back.
Do you accept that, John, or do you want to argue it?
I can't accept that. I mean, it has to be Cucurella and Reece James. I mean, they're the best fullbacks in the league, without a doubt. And the fact that they
Arsenal
can easily
have the best defence in the league and one of the best defences in Europe.
Like
50% of this defence can't be Chelsea.
Like
it just doesn't make sense.
And a whole unit. But we have to look at the individual basis. And obviously, Reece James has been the premium right back in this country for the last few years right now. Cucurella just wrapped up your mouth.
Jay, hold on.
Jay?
Reece James ain't even played regularly for the last few years. So how can you put him there? He's been injured for pretty much 2 years.
Now we can't be doing this today, bro. I'm sorry.
He's been injured for pretty much 2 years
right now, and it's the quality he's always.
But you
shown.
just said just now, for the last few years, he's been the best right back in the league. He's not even played. How can he be the best?
The best in terms of pure quality and output. All-round completeness.
You can't be the best if you don't play. The best ability is availability.
How many wingers have ever got past Reece James in this league? I can even remember straight off the dome.
You've got to play, though.
And he's played enough for me to confidently put him in this team. It has to be Cucurella, Reece James.
Okay, so at the moment, a question mark at right back there, but it sounds like you're all happy enough with Cucurella at left back. We've already got Raya in goal. Can we gloss over centre backs? Is it Saliba and Gabriel? Is that, you can just nod your head, John? Is that fair enough? And Jay, I think you'll agree with
100%.
that. With the 6 and the 8 position, do we go Caicedo and Rice and go straight to number 10, or has anybody got anything to add to that?
No, yeah, I think that's simple enough.
Right, okay, so
Rice and Caicedo.
Right, we're motoring now because number 10 is a little bit is a little bit harder.
I don't think it is.
So this is if everyone's fit, right?
Okay.
This is
if everyone's at the
fit.
top of their game.
Yeah, so you can have Odegaard, you can have Cole Palmer. Jay, I'll ask you that one first then.
Okay, it's Cole Palmer.
Yeah, go on.
Without doubt, it's Cole Palmer. And that's taken into consideration that, Odegaard's at the top of his game as well. I just don't think there are many better number 10s in the Premier League at the moment than Cole Palmer when he's fully fit.
Yeah, I probably have to agree. I think Odegaard, at the top of his game, Martin Odegaard is a top quality player. But we haven't seen that in such a long time. And yeah, Cole Palmer, come on. Top player, world-class player. It's hard to argue, but I love Martin
as
Odegaard.
well. Let's give Cole Palmer credit as well. His ceiling is a lot higher than Odegaard's ceiling. I think generally, if we was to go ahead in the future now, I reckon Cole Palmer at the very least will still get 10 goals in the league every season.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of years ago, Odegaard scored 15 in the league. And obviously he's had injuries
that's
since
one
then.
season.
Look, I'm happy. Yeah, but I'm happy to put Cole Palmer in this team. But come on, let's not talk like Odegaard isn't on his day a world class player.
Well, and
Because
Eze,
He's not a world class player.
Eze's playing there at the minute.
On his
as
day,
well,
he
and-
is.
He's not.
You don't think he is?
No, I mean, what's your definition of world class? If your definition of world class is the same as mine, which is 2 players in every position, he is not world class.
I think Odegaard.
I think we throw
I think
world
on
class
his day
around
he's
too
top
easy.
3
I
in
have
this
to be
position
honest.
in the world.
He's a top player, but world class.
I think
there's
he is.
only 2. Okay,
He's
so
a world-class
in his position,
playmaker.
I think
yeah,
in his
I'll
position,
give him that.
I think Odegaard's world class. Yeah.
what's your definition of world class?
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, if
Most
you
goals in the
think
Premier
he's-
League season.
in one
Sorry,
of the-
most non-penalty goals from a midfielder in a Premier League season.
That's a
What
good-
once?
22, 23. What do you mean?
Once.
It doesn't matter once, but we're talking about peak of his game. The
Well,
best he's ever been.
So what about Foden then?
World class means one of the best in the world in his position.
What about
I'd say he
Foden?
is.
Foden's better than
Yeah, Foden's probably up
Odegaard.
there as well. I don't know
So,
about better.
how many world-class players you got? How many world-class players is there
There's
in the
not
world?
a limit.
Of course there is.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying. This gets thrown around way too... Anyway, we're going off subject here.
Okay.
Carry on.
Fair enough. They've put Palmer in the 10. All right. So at the moment, the only contention so far is the right back. It would appear. However, when it comes to wingers and striker, that might be different. So if you go right wing for Arsenal, you've got Saka for right wing. Who would normally play right wing for you, John, for Chelsea?
We kind of rotate quite a lot. So we've seen Neto, we've seen Esteval, we've seen a few of them. But if I was to answer who I would want to see in this combined 11, it could only be Saka and Esteval for me. I don't care if Esteval's on the left. I think the combined 11 needs to have both of them. I think Esteval is that good. I've been thoroughly impressed by this kid's talent.
So that means there's no Eze, though. If Saka's right and Esteval is left,
Sorry,
we're
Tom.
losing.
Yeah.
This guy's trying to wind me up. He don't even start for Chelsea week in, week out. How can you put him in the combined best 11?
We're going for pure talent, are we?
No, we're not going for... No, you're going for pure
talent.
Potential. Potentially, yes.
No.
He doesn't play week in, week out for Chelsea. How can you put him in this team?
I get that's the frame of argument for you, but for me, I'm just going for pure talent. And Esteval, listen, he's simmering behind the scenes for a reason. We want to just get him to kind of acclimatise with his physicality to the league. But let's not mistake, whenever this kid is on the field, he leaves a mark. He's the best player.
And John watches him more than us. John watches him more than us. But Christian...
And statistically, him and Saka are quite similar in terms of goal output and assists already so far this season. And obviously, Esteval started less games, as you're saying, in the league. But again, I'm just going to go for pure talent. I sound a bit crazy, but I just need to stand by what I'm saying.
You do. You're not a bit. Not a bit.
Combined 11 would not feel right if I didn't have Esteval and Saka together.
Okay, I think, Jay, did you go Eze left ahead of, like...
Yeah, I went Eze. I went Eze on the left.
What did you say, Christian?
Saka on the right, obviously. I think Esteval's a good player, scored a great goal against Barcelona. But like Jay said, he hasn't been starting week in, week out for Chelsea. He's just coming into the team, just beginning to show that consistency. I think he will be a great player, but I don't think you can put him in this combined 11 just yet. I'd actually go Trossard. If we're talking this season, I'd go Trossard on the left. There's an argument that he's been Arsenal's...
No, but we're not talking about just this season. We're talking about at their very best, because obviously Palmer's injured, right? So we're talking about at their very best, all available. You can select anyone.
It's even hard to put Eze on the left, though, because he's not really a left winger. He hasn't really played there at his best for Palace. At their best on the left, I'd probably go still Trossard.
Okay.
So especially bringing this season into account as well.
That one's a debate. That one's a debate. I'll give you that. That's a debate for sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
At their best, you could argue Martinelli as well. But
I hear that, but I mean, listen, Esteval for his national team, 3 man of the match awards. He's that good. He's forced Ancelotti to change the system up to incorporate him, and he's been the star guy ahead of Rodrigo Vinicius. I know he's just come here.
It was the last 3 games again.
It
was the last 3 games again.
No, I get it. In terms of the storyline, it's very fresh.
And you're going like this is not Brazil, by the way.
No, for sure. But like in terms of the storyline, it's new. But in terms of just pure talent,
bro, you're talking about potential. You're talking about storylines. You're talking about all kinds of stuff now.
Yeah, and I'm talking about the results we're seeing on the field right now. It was typified with that game against Barcelona.
Bro, you're writing these stories like Roald Dahl.
John's marvellous medicine. Right, okay, we'll go on to striker, because left wing, you've got 3 different answers for the left wing there. So, striker, Christian?
I'll go Victor Gyökeres. I think the form he was coming into especially in that Burnley game when he got injured. But I think if you're talking at their best, last season he was the most prolific goal scorer in Europe. So it wasn't in the Premier League, and that can be an argument. But at his best, the guy won the Gerd Müller Trophy at the Ballon d'Or. He's a top quality goal scorer.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you because obviously I think I'm the one that's being very objective today.
Okay.
It's not Gyökeres. Gyökeres, as much as he scores goals,
It's not João Pedro. Come on.
I think it has to be at his best. It has to be João Pedro.
Pedro's a very good player, but come on, man, at his best at Brighton, he was a decent player. He wasn't a world class. He wasn't like a top quality player. He barely even got in the team. And Welbeck was fit.
Gyökeres is not world class either. Gyökeres is not world class either.
No, I'm not saying he's world class. But who would I choose?
Listen,
let
me just say this. João Pedro, at his best in the Premier League, he has performed better than Gyökeres. So that's why he has to be in the Premier League team.
Has John got
11.
Has John got João Pedro, by the way? We're kind of assuming. Who have you gone for, John?
Hey, I'm going to be really honest. I think this is really, really hard. I've been struggling to kind of think who I'm really going to pick. Obviously, João Pedro, he's played in many different roles in the Premier League, like as an attacking mid for most times at Brighton. Obviously, coming to Chelsea, he plays that more deep line forward role, and he's been quite good. But then, like, using your argument, Jay, obviously, are we comparing Gyökeres like throughout his entire career or like Premier League career?
No, but I think we have to talk about. I think we have to judge him on the Premier League because, listen, the Portuguese league. There's no disrespect. I'm not disrespecting Portuguese players because they are top players, and the national team, great team. But ultimately, the Portuguese national team, voted by Opta based upon stats, are not even in the top 4. So can we say that he deserves to be there ahead of a player that's been in the Premier League, scored, done well for Brighton, got his move to Chelsea? Okay, he hasn't played as well as
we're gonna have to wrap.
Liked of, but
we're going to have to wrap. You've put your arguments forward very, very well. You've all agreed on Raya in goal. You've argued over Timber and James at right back, Cucurella as left back, Saliba and Gabriel at the centre backs, Rice and Caicedo in the middle, with Palmer at number 10. Saka is definitely on the right, and you've argued between Trossard, Eze and Esteval for left wing. And I think might have just gone for João Pedro up front. I think
it's a debate. It's a debate.
It's a good one.
It's a debate.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Christian, John, thank you very much. It's always good fun to do that. And everyone at home, let us know what you think.